Terrible, terrible news coming out, seems almost daily. And then, just a few short weeks ago, on a Saturday night in Paris, where Parisians were going about their day-to-day, they're enjoying their Saturday night on a Motzei Shabbat, going to the cinemas, going to the restaurants to eat, and the cafes, and at a concert, and at a soccer match, a football game. Terrible people, wicked people, sought and destroyed, and over 130 people lost their lives in Paris. And then last week, hitting so close to home, just a few miles away from here in San Bernardino, we all know the terrible news. 14 of our fellow Californians were gunned down, 17 wounded, striking fear and terror very close to us. Now there's two options. We could throw up our hands, stay home, be afraid, cower. That's exactly what they want. That's exactly what our enemies want. Or we could take the Jewish approach. Today, my friends, we gather here to take the Jewish approach. To light a candle, as the Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches us, that each candle can light another candle and another candle. And these small candles join together in a giant bonfire of warmth, of love, of goodness and kindness, driving away the darkness, each and every time we strive to do so. Without further ado, I want to welcome the first candle lighter here in California, who came here in 1964, I believe, Rabbi Cunin, who leads over 250 Chabad centers on the West Coast, schools, shuls, Chabad houses, drug rehabilitation centers, homeless shelters. The list goes on and on. Please give your undivided attention to Rabbi Shlomo Cunin.
Honored Mayor, Consul General of Israel, Consul General of France, wonderful, wonderful people, and our city council and our city attorney, controller, welcome all of you. I stand here tonight, which night in Israel it's night, here it's light. That's the difference between the two, actually it rhymes. I stand here today next to our Rabbi, who never ever has left us alone. And it's very, very clear that only with light, the light that our Rebbe gives us today, can we dispel all the horrific darkness spoken about before. And you want to know something? I'm a third-generation American, and I can tell you one thing. We were raised in this country. We were said, many, many years ago, we said, and we say it again, America is the country that welcomes our Rebbe and all of the Chabad headquarters right here in the United States of America. And the important message to remember, and that message is a very clear one. Don't you ever, ever be afraid, because you're never, ever alone. That's what it's all about. And that's what Chanukah is about. And you know something, it was 33 years ago, somehow or other, my nephew Rabbi Cunin found the original drawings, artwork, whatever it was, for lighting the menorah 33 years ago. This will sit here in the rotunda together with the beautiful Catholic menorah that was saved from the ashes, the burning, the destruction of the Catholic shul, the great Catholic menorah in the Catholic shul in Poland. So therefore what we are saying is, that's our message to the world. You ain't never gonna put out our light. You ain't never ever gonna do the Jewish people in. And you want to know something? You're not going to do the French people in. You're not going to do our brothers and sisters in Israel and throughout the world. Never ever will we be done in. Without further ado, I'd like to present to you my friend, first Jewish mayor of the great city of Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Garcetti.
Let's hear it again for Rabbi Cunin, a dear friend and a true Angelino. He may have an East Coast accent, but he has a West Coast heart. And when you see him dance, you know he's an Angelino. Chag Sameach and Happy Hanukkah. It is a great joy to be here today with my colleagues. It's kind of an embarrassment of Jewish riches that the three citywide elected officials are all Jewish in this town. Mike Fuhrer, Inland Empire, born and bred, our dear city attorney, Ron Galperin, our incredible city controller as well, and the members of the city council who are either Jewish or honorary Jews, each one of them. Bob Blumenfield, who represents the great 3rd District, David Rue, who is representing the 4th District, Paul Koretz representing the 5th District, Councilmember Paul Krikorian representing the 2nd District, and Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell representing the great 13th District. And Eric Bauman has joined us as well, who is the head of Los Angeles County Democratic Party. We're also very blessed by two extraordinary representatives of their countries and also friends of our city. David Siegel has been a dear friend through good times and through bad in our city and with Israel. Every bad moment Israel has, every dark moment Los Angeles stands with her, and vice versa. In our dark moments, Israel stands with us. And it was right here on these steps that the new Consul General of France, Christophe Lemoine, came with us together as we lit this great building up in the tricolore of red and blue and white to say that we were one with the French people. And I just came back from France, where Mayor Hidalgo of Paris and I spent time together, not knowing when I was planning that trip that she would be comforting me about what happened here in Southern California as I comforted her about what had visited her in her city. And our brothers and sisters who face ongoing violence every day in Israel, the hatred that we see from Beirut to Baghdad, to the Sinai, to Paris, to here in San Bernardino. Never more has the message of Hanukkah had relevance and resonance for us. That under the yoke of oppression, over 2,000 years ago, that a small band led by Judah Maccabee found a way not only to take back their people's land and their place, but to also keep hope alive. My daughter is almost 4 years old. She'll turn 4 this week. So she was old enough, she always loves lighting the candles, but to kind of get the story. And I told Maya this week of what it was. I said, it's a candle that was supposed to burn for 1 day, burned for 8 days. And she said, how, Daddy? How did it burn for 8 days? And that moment when you try to tell your child about the possibility of the divine, the possibility of the miraculous, the possibility that hope can sometimes overcome anything we think possible, is the message today. For my fellow Angelinos and Southern Californians, we weep still because of what has happened in this past week here to us. We live on edge, and I say continue to persevere, continue to believe, continue to be strong. Yes, be vigilant. Yes, be careful. Yes, make sure that you're reaching out to us of things that you see and that don't look right, but continue to feel and to pray and to come together with family, as I did this Sunday on the first night of Hanukkah with my own family and 15 friends at our home. And put those lights, one thing about Hanukkah is you don't just light the candle, you put it in the window for all to see. Because just as in the old temple, you couldn't pray in a windowless room. You would think that would be something holy, but it was considered unholy by the priests because you had to be able to have people see into the divine, and divine had to see out. Share that light with everybody, and we know what radiates from Los Angeles and all free peoples who dream will continue miraculously onward. Thank you, and Chag Sameach.